It was 316 meters long, longer than the Eiffel Tower is tall. It carried 4,500 shipping containers, enough to fill a small city. And on June 17, 2013, in the middle of the Indian Ocean, it snapped in half. Not slowly, not with warning. One moment it was a ship, the next it was two ships drifting apart. This is the story of the MOL Comfort, and why the biggest ships ever built may be too big to survive. Ships are designed to flex. The ocean is rough and steel is elastic. But the MOL Comfort didn't just flex, it fractured. The crack ran straight through the hull, through the engine room, through the crew quarters. Here's the mystery. The ship was only 5 years old. It was built to the highest standards. It wasn't in a storm. So why did it break? The answer lies 20 meters below the waterline, in a place no one ever thinks to look. The first theory was weather. The Indian Ocean monsoon season is brutal. Waves can reach 15 meters. But when investigators checked the weather data from that day, the seas were moderate, 4-meter swells, within the design limits. So if it wasn't the waves, maybe it was the cargo. Container ships are stacked high, top-heavy. But the MOL Comfort's loading plan was standard, no red flags. So investigators went deeper, literally. Ships experience something called hogging. When a wave passes under the middle, the bow and stern hang unsupported. The ship bends like a bridge with no center pillar. All ships do this, but the new ultra-large container ships, the post-Panamax class, have a problem. They're too long. The distance between waves creates a perfect storm of stress. The middle rises, the ends drop, and the keel, the ship's spine, stretches. Metal can only stretch so far. But stretching alone doesn't cause a clean break. For that, you need a starting point, a scratch, a weak spot. And when investigators examined sister ships of the MOL Comfort, they found it. The bottom plates were buckling, not breaking, bending, like a soda can squeezed too hard. The steel was strong enough, but the shape was wrong. Here's what happened. In the race to build bigger ships, shipyards started using thinner steel to save weight and fuel. Thinner steel means lighter ships, which means more cargo, which means more profit. But thinner steel also means less resistance to buckling. The MOL Comfort's hull plates were literally being crushed by the ocean's weight, not snapped, crushed like a plastic bottle under a truck. On that June morning, the buckling reached its limit. The bottom plates gave way. Water rushed in. Without its structural integrity, the ship couldn't support its own weight. The hull twisted. The deck split. In under 2 minutes, a $500 million ship became scrap. The crew escaped, but 4,300 containers and all their contents sank to the bottom of the ocean. The MOL Comfort disaster changed shipping. Today, ultra-large ships are reinforced, inspections are stricter, but the pressure to build bigger hasn't gone away. Every new ship class pushes the limits of physics, and somewhere, right now, a hull plate is bending, waiting, because the ocean doesn't care about profit margins. It